So sorry, I had to pause the video for a second. But let's go ahead and see what one more card for the final outcome for Cancer. One more card for the possible, I should say, not final, the possible. And here we got the Seven of Wands again. So, Cancer. Okay. For some of you, you're in some sort of conflict with, I was going to say a water sign. Maybe this water sign is a Pisces because we've got the moon card at the end. So some of you are in some type of conflict with the Pisces where you're very defensive. Okay, you've got your guard up with them. You're very defensive of them. And let me just go ahead and get into this. Right now, you're working on yourself. Okay, you're working on yourself. I feel like for some of you, you're leveling up, also spiritually, okay, with this Hierophant here. So you're kind of grounding yourself because for the longest time, I feel like you've been just letting your emotions have just been like having their way with you, okay? And so now you're getting back to who you are, okay? For some of you, you're independent, you've got everything, and you're ready for marriage, okay? You're ready for that next step. You're ready to take things to the next level. But others of you who are in a relationship or in a marriage, I feel like you have lost sight of yourself and now you are back. It's like, oh, I remember who I am. But you're also leveling up within yourself, okay? You're relying more on yourself. I think you're trusting yourself more. You're just encompassing the full spectrum of your intuition, your logic, your confidence. It's like it's all coming together for you. All right. For some of you, you may be dealing with two people. Okay. Some of you, there may be someone who's trying to, you may be independent, but this person's, like, hey, hello. I know you're independent, but I would like to marry you. Okay, so some of you are dealing maybe with a Taurus or maybe just with someone who is coming in and making you a bit of a traditional offer. But again, your challenge is to maintain that balance, okay? Maintain that control over yourself with this Emperor card, okay? With this balance of emotions and logic, because you get very nostalgic, Cancer, okay? This is your button. This is your trigger button, that nostalgia. For some of you, you have children, and so you have to maintain balance and you have to pull it together because you have kids. Like, again, with the Cancer reading, which one was it? Was it the relationship reading where I was like, you've got people watching you, Cancer? For those of you who have children, they're looking to you and they're learning, how to cope and manage, and everything that's going on in your relationship is going to affect them also. So finding that balance is going to be very helpful for that. But for those of you, I just feel like you're finding balance because again, your emotions have been having their way with you. Others of you are trying to maintain balance in a soulmate connection. Okay. Now, past energy, we've got this Knight of Cups, okay, who you're very defensive with. Okay, very defensive. You're standing your ground. Whatever it is that you feel like it, whether it's your principles, whether it's what you want, whether you just don't trust them, okay? And this is carrying over into the outcome of this reading also. So again, I feel like this Knight of Cups can be a Pisces, but it can be another water sign or someone who's just coming to you with an offer of love, and you're just like, giving them the mean side eye. You're like, I don't know. I don't trust you. Sounds good, but I don't trust you. All right. And for some of you, the person that you're dealing with, they've got the Three of Wands. So either they're really trying to be patient with you, but I also am picking up from this Three of Wands energy, this person's looking out. It's like, are they waiting for you to find your balance, or are they waiting for something better? It's like, are they they're patiently waiting for their ships to come in, and the Three of Wands can sometimes give me that energy of someone who is in a situation but looking elsewhere. All right. For some of you, this person may be an Aries, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but the Queen of Wands can be Pisces, Aries, cusp, I believe. So for some of you, I really feel like there's heavy Pisces energy in this video for some of you. Others of you, you're dealing with someone, or maybe you have another someone who is, either some of you are dealing with a fire sign, okay? This fire sign is being very patient with you. Or you're dealing with two energies, okay? You're dealing with someone who's got their eyes on the full picture, they're being patient, or they're waiting to see what else is going to happen, whether that's with you or someone else. And then you have another person who is very like passionate, spontaneous, warm, charming, spicy, saucy. That's those spicy and saucy are the adjectives for the month of June, by the way. So you may hear them if you cross watch in more than one video, right? But what it is that you want something more grounded, okay? You want something with the potential to go the distance. You want loyalty, security, all the things that come with pentacles, okay? You want the biggest pentacle. But there's something, I think you're confused. Like for some of you, you're not sure if you can get it, or maybe you're not sure about who you're going to get it with. For those of you who have two options. For others of you, I feel like you're not seeing, or you don't want to see, that the person that you're dealing with perhaps is not going to bring you that Ace of Pentacles. Others of you are not seeing the person who can bring you. Like I said, if you may have someone, or you may think that you can't trust this person, but maybe they can bring you this new beginning, this new grounded beginning. Okay, because internally what's motivating you is this Empress energy. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with the Taurus because the Hierophant is here. All right, but there's some level of emotional unhappiness, dissatisfaction, wanting to leave the situation and find happiness elsewhere, or just find your happiness because right now you're not experiencing it. Okay, emotionally, you're pulling yourself together, yes. But as far as this relationship or relationships goes, there's a level of dissatisfaction here. You want to be treated like the Empress, but currently it's not happening. Okay? So everything that you're doing, basically you're becoming the Empress for yourself. And that way, when you are the Empress in yourself, the people around you can't help but to treat you like the Empress. All right? Because with your advice right now, we got to get rid of this fear, this lack mentality. Okay, we've got to get rid of beating yourself up, beating up those around you. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not even like you're beating them up on purpose. It's almost like trying to find that stability and that foundation, right? You're just reaching out and grabbing onto things to try to stabilize yourself, and you're causing everyone around you right now, whether it's in your relationship, whether you have a family, but this is the energy that you've been spreading. So now you've got to get this under control, and that's why this Emperor is here, to let you know it's time to get it under control. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much of a challenge, we've got to get out of this energy. Okay, feeling like we don't have it. This sticking in it no matter what, but you guys are bloody and bleeding. Like, no, there's something outside the stained glass window. And for some of you, I feel like the person that you're dealing with, they understand that, and they're waiting for you to understand that. There's more than what's inside this empty, cold building where you guys are, you're just like, hey, just stay here and we'll be safe. But we're not safe because we're beating each other up in here, okay? And I know it's metaphorical, but it's a message, all right? So just go with it, You've got to get out of this zone, and I think you're working on it. But this defensive zone with these wands, because even though this is a pentacle card, this person is holding a wand, okay? So I feel like the Seven of Wands energy is just battering. You're battering either yourself or you're battering your partner, for those of you who are in a situation. What are you fighting? Are you fighting for a new beginning? Are you fighting for yourself? Or are you just fighting, The person that you're dealing with also is in some sort of denial, or they're feeling trapped, or they're mentally not able to process what's going on. All right. For some of you, they want to be optimistic. Okay. They really do want to be optimistic. But again, for both of you, there's just something that you're missing. For those of you who are in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, I feel like you have two people. I feel like you have one person who is, I don't know if they're not sure what they want, or they don't want to admit whether they don't want to admit that they want you or they're not sure if they want you. And then you have another person who is either a Leo or definitely is very optimistic about having an opportunity to be with you, okay, to have a chance with you. So here I feel like with this new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles that you want, it's about really making the best choice, or really seeing where you do have an option. Okay, some of you think you don't have any options, but you do, whether you want to see it or not. So once you get out of this room or this house where you're beating each other up or you're beating everybody up, you might see the sun is out there. Okay, the sun is out here on the other side of this stained glass window, and the world is not that bad. Okay, because you're still defensive, very defensive at the end of this reading, at the end of this, this time period, whether it's the next month or whenever it is you see this, and slightly confused. Okay, if you're not dealing with a Pisces, then your emotions are still all over the place. You're battling yourself, Cancer. All right, I really feel like you are emotionally confused, and then you're taking it out. For those of you who are in relationships, you're either taking it out on your relationship or you're pushing people away. Okay, you're pushing potential partners away because of this emotional, whether it's fear, confusion, maybe you had bad experiences in the past, whatever it is that you've been through that you're not quite healed from. Okay, you're using it like as a shield. Those emotions are just like pushing and repelling people. Okay, they're just flying all over the place because they can't get near you, Cancer. You won't let anyone get near you. All right, so some of you, you won't let this one person away, right? And even though you don't trust them, and even though things are like off, right? You're just hanging in there, and you're just getting bloody and battered and bruised. You want to be the Empress, and you feel like you're going to like beat it out of this situation. But others of you, you're just keeping people away from you with this emotional dissatisfaction that you have not wrestled with, that you haven't come to terms with. Whether it was a situation from the past or, again, like there's some link to the past with this nostalgia that you've got to get over, all right? And the Emperor is like, let me help you to get over this. Okay, so there's a bunch of cards flying out. But separation was the first card that came out for you guys. Is there anything else? Is there another message for Cancer? Is there another message for my Cancers that maybe are not even in a relationship, so separation is not the advice? New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so I do feel like there are, there's different groups here. We do have people who you've got to heal whatever, like I said, this nostalgia, this connection to the past, whatever, unhappiness was there that you feel linked to now. You've got to heal those family issues. Others of you, it's time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So for those of you who are just hanging in there because you feel like you can work your way through it, nah, bro, some of you might have to separate for a minute, take some time apart, put the wands down, okay? Stop poking and prodding each other and triggering each other. Take a deep breath, regroup, okay, and see if you can come back in with a better perspective on how to deal with this new situation. Come in with a new perspective so that you can possibly fulfill this Ace of Pentacles wish that you have, this want that you have for this new beginning. All right, because it's possible for you to get it once you let go of the fact. Yes, you're unhappy, Cancer. You recognize that? Let it go. Move on. All right, things happen that were disappointing. Okay, what next? Right? We can't keep holding on. We can't keep fighting for the whether it's an apology that you want, whether you want the person to explain why. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling, okay? And people tend to feel like if someone hurt them, that person is responsible for their feelings. And really, it's not that way. Yes, that person caused you to feel the way that you feel, but however long you hold on to that feeling is on you. All right, so if you're still hurting from something that happened a long time ago, Cancer, it's not for anybody else to solve. That's a you thing. You've got to, some people get hurt and they're done. They're fine in 5 minutes, 10 minutes because they let it go. They do something, whether they argue, they scream, they cry, they write a letter and burn it, they go for a run. You've got to find out what your outlet is to release these negative emotions. Because right now it's like you're just kind of like marinating in them, okay? You're marinating in the negative emotions and you're trying to get to the light of day. So now you're making progress because you're trying to work on yourself, and your spirituality is at the center of it for a lot of you guys. Okay, so whoever that resonates for, that's the message. But some of you, there is new love here. Okay, the Sun card is here. I see it. You want new love, and there's some new love on the horizon. A new person has stirred your romantic interest. So once you get your emotions under control and heal any issues that you may have had from your childhood. Okay, and whether you need to go to counseling, sometimes that's what the Hierophant is about. The Hierophant is about counseling and an outside authority, someone that can help you, someone that can give you that perspective. So you're working on you, Cancer, and that's fantastic. You're working on you, and the best thing you can do now is to learn how to release your negative emotions. All right, and stop pretending that you don't know what the real is, the real deal is, what you need to let go of. All right, who's really here for you and who's really just here until something better comes along. All right, because there is someone who got their eye on you, possibly a fire sign. All right, guys. So if this message resonated with you, let me know, Cancer. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. If you like a personal reading, you can contact me. All my information is in the description bar below this reading. And I hope you guys enjoy your summer and your birthday month. Love you, and I'll see you later. Bye, Cancer. No, I won't see you later. I'll see you at the next reading. You better be there.